In dealing with risk, you got to know your own personality. Growing up playing sports, the fourth of 5 kids, and having to deal with people coming at you from a variety of different standpoints, innately I was built to handle risk. A lot of times I think to myself, okay, what's the worst that can happen? Am I willing to put myself out there? Am I willing to sign that personal guarantee? Am I willing to put my house up? Am I willing to risk time and take away from other things? Because sometimes not taking that risk will put you in a position where you feel like you can't go forward. In my own personal situation, I had my mom, who was a business person. She ran a boarding home for veterans that my dad started, and she did with them. And she would oftentimes talk about, well, I should have bought this beach house, or I should have bought this additional home. And I would say to her, Mom, why are you so upset about it? She says, because it went up in value and we could have had that for the family. I think in my mom's heart, she couldn't risk. My dad was more of a risk taker. I asked my father about it. He said, I would have bought it, but your mom didn't want to take that risk. And then I would get to my mom and she would say, I'll kind of go silent about it. But I think everybody knows themselves and knows at what point they want to risk. You can't get across the river if you don't get wet. But at the same time, you got to make sure the water is deep enough. Whatever circumstances are, it's worth the risk. Like I look at guys like Elon Musk, you say, well, geez, he made so much money, in different ventures early on. Why didn't he just stop? Well, innately, he can't. He's got this in his being to solve bigger problems or create bigger opportunities. And he's got a higher power that's telling him to do that. I really respect that. And one time I heard him say in one of his videos is that, listen, you wouldn't want to be in my brain. You wouldn't want to necessarily be me because, you've got that drive. You have to develop the ability to stomach risk and deal with risk. And you have to develop the ability to compartmentalize different circumstances. And if you can't do that, do not take risk, because things can go bad financially and you have to be able to manage that. You have to take risk as an entrepreneur. And George Denny, a mentor of mine, he said, build the plan, work the plan will take care of you. Invest in quality ingredients, invest in quality people, and the odds of your success are much higher.